All right, so welcome to Monday's night vision call. I am so excited to be here with you all. I am Dr. Tamara Dunn out of Flint, Michigan, and if you are able, I would love to see all of your faces. If you're able to turn on your camera, please do so. Please, if you're in the bathroom or laying in the bed, don't worry about it, right? If you're driving, please make sure that you're paying attention to the road. But if you are able, if you're sitting and attentive, please turn on those cameras so that I can see your energy. All right. I need all the energy. I actually have two boost patches on today. We've had a long weekend. We've been in Michigan for an event. And I know some other people traveled to Houston, but I actually had an 8 hour vending event that Sunday downtown. You see, my voice is kind of going, but that's what we're doing. We're patching the world. Our mission here is to patch a million. I'm so excited for you all to be on. And to our guests, I just want to say welcome. You could have been anywhere on a Monday night, but you chose to be here with us, or you was just voluntold to get your butt on the Zoom. Either way, I'm happy that you are here. I have born and raised Flint, Michigan. I've been in the medical field. I'm an eye doctor for the past 18 years. And one year, it was 2015, we realized we just needed some more income, right? And I saw a post on social media to get into this industry of network marketing. Now, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about it. Like I was the school girl. Like I went to school, I got good grades. I knew that was what I was supposed to do, get a career, and that was it. So I was very new to this industry, but I loved this industry when I got started because I was able to help people in just a different way. And that's what I've always wanted to do is just help people in their issues, right? And I was just able to do it differently. And plus, I liked making money in my own schedule. I like that. I like that freedom. And I just started to do it more and more and more to the point now I really don't do the optometry work too much. I'm like kind of contingent and I kind of do this still part-time, but on the verge of full-time. So that is the type of potential that this industry can have for you if you just give it a chance. So we're going to get started. I'm so excited to share with you what we got going on today because even though I've been doing this industry for about 10 years now, I have not been able to see what we've been seeing lately. I have not been able to give results to people the way that they are getting the results right now. And I'm going to share my screen here. See if I can. I don't know how to shake it. There you go. All right, awesome. Thumbs up if you guys can see this, okay? All right. All right. So here is a quote from our CEO, Jay Dollawall, out in Canada. He says, I'm here to build something generational that will transform the world. Anything else is a waste of time. This is our mission, vision, and our values of Superpatch. Jay Dollawall says that it took about 5, 6 generations for us to get into this industry with all these medications and side effects, right? And it could possibly take 5 to 6 generations to get us out. But honestly, guys, the way that Super Patch is building and becoming more and more viral, I honestly don't think it's going to take that long. And we're here as a mission to patch a million on our way to a billion. All right. So disruptive technology has always changed the world and always will. And if you think about disruptive technology, I mean, you can think from cars, well, horses to cars. You can think from the rotary phones to cell phones, computers to laptops, dial up to Wi-Fi. All of those were disruptive technology changes, right? But it's only made our lives better and easier. So, solving the biggest problems creates the biggest opportunity. And we're going to talk about what those big problems are in the world right now. So here we go. Now I'm going to read these off. And if you have any of this going on, I really want you to put in the chat. You could put me. You don't have to say what it is. You can keep putting me 5, 6, 7 times if you need to. So poor sleep. 6 billion people in the world suffers with poor sleep. We've got aches and pains. 1.6 billion people, not million, billion people in the world suffers with aches and pains in their body. High stress, 2.4 billion people. Weak immune system. I probably would have put me 4 or 5 times by now. Calorie control. Mood issues. 1.8 billion people. And I don't know if you are not suffering with any of these. Maybe you know someone who is. Maybe it's your mom or dad or your spouse or your children, right? Low energy, unclean beauty, poor mobility. All right. So these are the global wellness problems that we have in the world right now. And then what are our current solutions that we have? We've got drugs that has lots of side effects. You might have to have surgery. You might have to do more exercise, lifestyle change, maybe therapies, diet change, supplements. These are the things that we have right now to take care of that previous slide. But what are the challenges and risks to those current solutions? And just put in here if you want to get rid of all of these, right? High costs. Who wants to get rid of high cost solutions? Side effects. Hard to use because you get something, you don't even know how to use it. You don't even know if it's going to work, right? Contraindications. Lifestyle change resistance. One day you're doing good and then all of a sudden you kind of back off of it, right? Invasive. What if it's harsh to your body? Overdosage. I've just found out that the kids lately have been overdosing off of melatonin to help them sleep at night. These are the things that we do not want, right? But what do we want? People want no diet change. They want drug free. They want no contraindications. Type me in the chat or if these are some things that you want. Low costs. Safe for your children, safe for pregnant women, safe for nursing moms, right? Easy to use. Test it. We want to know that something has been tested and we know that it's going to work. Non-invasive, side effect free, quick and effective. All right. So these are the things that people in the world really want and how to help them with their problems. So we definitely need a new approach. All right. What we have right now, they might be helping you. Most likely they're not, but they're causing a lot of issues within our bodies in the long run, right? So it is time for a breakthrough. And we have that breakthrough for you, and we're going to share that with you this evening. And we are introducing Superpatch. If any of you have your patches on, you can show in the camera. I know I've got 3 on my arms today. If you got a pack, you can hold it up for our guests to see. But 100% drug free. All right. No chemicals, no ingredients. It's just a neurotechnology that we're going to learn about in a minute. All right. Quick and proven benefits. FDA registered. All right. 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And that is through the company. All right. Incredible clinical results. J is forever in our advisory board that is full of doctors, right? Our whole advisory board are doctors. They are constantly doing new clinical trials and tests to make sure that our product is top of the line. And they are available for you to research and read on as well. And they're made in the USA. All right. So what we have is called VTT technology, vibrotactile trigger technology. And you can think about it as Braille for the brain, okay? And I can get all sciencey, but instead I am just going to share a quick 5-minute video for you, and it's going to explain everything for you. All right, so we are going to go to that video. All right. Some people we can hear that
On average, it covers about 21 square feet, bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Superpatch company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Superpatch company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Superpatch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in our mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Superpatch company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called Haptic Vibrotactile Trigger Technology, or VTT. Each Superpatch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the U.S. economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM Superpatch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Superpatch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Superpatch, backed by research, proven by science.
Well, great evening, you all. Was that exciting or what? To just hear it and see it for yourself about what we have our hands on. Super Patch is absolutely incredible. I know I myself, every time I see that video, I get more and more excited. So if you've seen that video before and you get excited every time you see it, go ahead and drop some flames in the chat for me, because I'm telling you, it's like I'm seeing it for the very first time every time. So if that resonates with anybody else, go ahead and drop some flames in the chat, and let's go ahead and give it up for Dr. Dunn this evening and say welcome to each and every one of our guests that are on here, because you could be anywhere tonight, but you've chosen to be here with us. Well, you're probably saying to yourself, wait a minute, these ladies done shift gears on me. Who is this lady speaking to me for our guests that are on here tonight? And I'm just going to tell you, my name is Tedra Gordon. I reside in the Georgia area, okay, Powder Springs to be exact. And I was introduced to this industry back in 2015. I am a certified health and wellness coach, and I just have love helping people. And I know a lot of what we have been introduced to has been a lot of lotions and potions, and you got to make sure you can take this and take that. But what I love, okay, absolutely love, is the fact that Super Patch requires no change of lifestyle. There's no drugs, no chemicals, no ingredients, and it's safe for everyone from a baby right on up to a senior. So if you could get excited about any of those things, could you please just drop me in the chat, because I want to make sure I'm speaking to the right group of people on tonight. So listen, you all, you saw the video and Dr. Dunn gave you some information that y'all are probably saying, well, I wonder if it really does work. I wonder, they talked all this technological things and showed us this high-tech video, but does it really work? Because you know what we want to know? We ultimately, as a people, doesn't matter how tall you are, how small you are, where you're from, or anything like that. You just want to know, does it work, and is it going to work for me? Because guess what? I was skeptical at first too. I said, wait a minute. I said, I'm used to taking something. I had to know what ingredients was in there. Was it safe for me? Was it going to interact with any medications? Well, I was super excited when I learned that. So again, if you could get excited, because I need y'all energy on tonight, okay? Then go ahead and drop some flames in the chat so that we can go ahead and make sure we're speaking to the right group of people. Well, I think I'm speaking to the right people. I see those flames. So y'all don't have to believe me. I know the patches work. I'm no longer a skeptic, okay? But I have some live testimonies that we're going to share on tonight. And I'm going to go all the way out to the West Coast. And I have this beautiful woman, okay? She is a pastor, okay? Her name is Pastor Maria Gardner Langston. And I'm going to ask her to, if she could unmute herself and listen. We're going to have her share her testimony. I don't have anything to say. I've seen it for myself. but I think she might even have some updates for us, okay? So, Pastor Gardner, Langston, if you could come on to the line and share your testimony, I would greatly appreciate it.
God bless you. I'm so happy to be here to listen to everything that you're saying. God has been really good to me. I am 82 years old, and I have had 2 back surgeries, and my back just really bothers me. And so I went to the doctor, and he says, well, you need another surgery. I said, no, I don't want a third surgery. He said, but the problem is we fused your back. So therefore, every time you had the surgery, they put 3 screws in. So if you had 2 surgeries, that means I have 6 screws in my back. So he said, well, if you're not going to take the surgery, he said, then just don't bend. You're going to have to really be careful, really be careful. But make the long story short, I was in pain every day. If I went to church and ministered, I come back, I had to stay in the bed because I would hurt so bad. But I'm here to tell you that I use my freedom patch right here. I use this freedom patch on my back, and I'm not in any pain. I don't take any medicine for my back. I don't take anything for my back, and my back is totally, when I say totally, I mean totally out of pain. Listen, I push my own wheelchair because I was in so much pain till we went to the malls and things. I couldn't walk a long time. But I was in Vegas, and I started pushing my own chair. I said, I'm not going to do this. So these patches work. I'm telling you, they work. I always tell people, because I don't leave God out of anything, I say, along with God and these patches, I am healed. And so another patch that I use, because I'm in the public eye all the time, and you know that people come in and they want to kiss and hug you, I put my Defend on, which helps, the wellness, keep some of these viruses away. I put that on. And then on these young legs that I got, I wear both of these, one on each leg. That's how I wear mine. And I promise you, I am doing super well. And at night when I lay down, I put this patch on and go to help me go to sleep right away. So I just want you to know that I am fine. I believe in these patches. I sent the patches to my daughter in Las Vegas. My daughter is an entertainer. And she sings with the Motown girls. And she said, Mommy, she said, my legs hurt so bad. And she said, and I got to be on that stage. We sent her all these patches you see me with now. She has them. Only one I didn't show, and that's the peace patch that I put on. Keeps me calm when all these folks call all across the country and have so much they want to say. So she has all these patches. My daughter is totally, you should see her on that stage. I call her every time she's on stage. I say, how's your legs? Fine. How's your ankles? Fine. How's your back? Fine. She is fine. So I'm telling you, I believe in these patches. We're telling everybody about them. Everybody about them. I don't take any medication. I was taking Tylenol. I was taking Motrin. I was taking all that stuff to help me with my pain. And you know what? I don't take any of that stuff anymore. None. All I do is take this right here, freedom. And I tell you, I'm free from pain. And I had an episode the other night. I slept wrong in my bed. My neck was kind of twisted. When I woke up, I couldn't hardly move my neck. It was hurting. I just slapped the freedom patch on, and I say in a few minutes that pain left my neck. So this is no joke. It's for real. It's for real. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I tell you what, I'm just living a new life. At 82, I'm living a brand new life. There was a time that I would go to church to preach, and I had to sit down. My church had a stool for me to sit on to speak. I stand up now at my podium. I don't sit down on no stool. I stand up in my church. And so I'm happy. I'm just a happy little young lady that's on here. And thank you for introducing these patches and to my member Genesis, who introduced them to me. And it's been a blessing. So God bless you. I don't want to talk too long because I could preach this patch.
God bless you too. Let's go ahead and light up that chat, y'all, for Pastor Maria Gardner Langston. What a powerful testimony. She said, listen, I put on my freedom, my liberty, and my victory, my peace and defend. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your testimony on tonight. Y'all go ahead and light up that chat. She laid it right on out for y'all. There had no question about do these patches work, okay? So you know that guess what? The patches are for everybody. And guess what? Lean in. She said she's a pastor. So they good for the body of Christ as well, y'all. There's no respect to persons. The patches are working. So listen, I know everybody not going to believe the pastor, okay? But we are going to believe the pastor. But I got two more testimonies for y'all. I'm going to bring Dr. Dunn back up because she has a phenomenal testimony. I'm not even going to say anything. Let her share her testimony. And then we're going to have one more for y'all. And we're going to explain what each of these patches do. Go ahead, Dr. Dunn. Take it away.
All right. Hello, everybody. Again, thank you so much. And I just want to say, Pastor, you almost slipped up and said you were 60 something, but you can just go on and say that to people because that's what you look like. Okay. You don't look nowhere near 82. You look amazing. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to switch gears. I actually want to talk about my son in the patches. He's 11 years old and he is in the sixth grade. This was his first year in middle school. And I can say that I was a little nervous. All right, so Kaysen is, well, you probably, most of you don't know, but he is like an amazing athlete. But school is the priority, right? We got to make sure those grades are right. And he just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like he knows how to do the work, but when it comes to tests and things like that, if our kids have a hard time just, getting through the test, if they get a little anxious or they just don't do as well, right? So he's been struggling a little bit, especially like in his math and when we're at home. He knows exactly what to do, but it's like when those tests come, it's like he freezes up or I just wasn't sure. So we were testing out different things that we could do with him and none of it was working. And I finally started asking him, I says, well, what did y'all go over in school today? Like, did y'all go over this? And he started to say, well, I don't know. And I was like, well, what do you mean you don't know? Like, you're in school all day. What are you guys going over? And he was like, I don't know. I think we did that. So in my mind, I'm thinking he's at school just not paying attention. He's probably looking out the window. He's probably thinking about the video game he want to play or maybe the practice he's going to later. But his attention was not on what it was supposed to be. Fast forward to this year when we got the patches late of the school year, so I didn't try them on him. So I said, this school year, I'm going to put focus and I'm going to put peace on him. Okay. And let's just say I get his grades that come in every Friday to my phone. First of all, he got 100% on his math test. He has all A's in his core classes. And he's like literally telling me every day what they're going over in school, how the teacher is teaching them. Like he's telling me everything. So now I know it's not that he didn't know, he just wasn't paying attention. So that focus has gotten him real focused in school. The peace is probably calming him down so that he's a perfectionist. So when he doesn't want to say anything, if he doesn't think he's going to be right, right? So it's just calming him down and just helping him relax so that he can get the information that he needs. So just for my parents out there, for my educators, it may not be, that he don't know what your child is doing. It could just be a little focus thing. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not trying to take my kid to the doctor or put them on medications because they can't focus in school, right? So I'm just so grateful for these patches. He makes sure that he has them in the car every morning. Like if I even forget it, I'm turning the car around, okay? Because he does not want to go a day without his patches. So I know that, in the past, we don't bring up things for kids because we're used to having things with ingredients and supplements, and we don't want to give them to the children. But that is not the case here. It's safe for all ages. There's no ingredients. So we need to make sure that our kids are being the best version of themselves. And if it takes putting a couple patches on them, then we need to do that as parents or grandparents or educators. Try and bring it up to the parents in your classroom. All right. Thank you, Mrs. Gordon. Thank you for allowing me to share.
You're welcome, Dr. Dunn, and let's go ahead and light up that chat again. Such an amazing testimony. And that is one thing that I love, love, love about these patches. They are safe for everyone. Like she said, we want to set up our children for success. And there's no better way than do that with something that is non-invasive, drug-free, and no ingredients. So congratulations to Kason. And I know that makes y'all feel absolutely amazing as parents. All right. So we got one more for y'all. Okay. We're going to go ahead back out to the West Coast. We have a gentleman that wants to share his testimony. If Mr. Sean Richard, if you could unmute yourself so we can hear from you this evening, because we don't want y'all to think it's just for the ladies. It's for everybody. So if you could unmute yourself and come to the line, I see you right there. Go ahead and take it away.
So I just want to say I'm a firm believer. I'm skeptical about a lot of stuff, and I'm a hard nut to crack. And so I was introduced to the Superpatch by LaRonda Shug Smith, and she told me that Genesis was helping out and distributing this and showing these patches. But let me just give you my testimony. So my cousin had hip surgery on both of his hips, and his shoulder has been bothering him. So I said, you know what? I called Shug. I said, Shug, you got them patches? Is that what you selling? She said, yeah. So I went and picked up some patches from her. She gave them to me. I put the patches on both sides of his hips, and I put a pain patch on his shoulder. He called me an hour later and said, hey, bro, that works. I don't want to cuss, but he said that works. I said, I know it worked. I said, because I just put one on my foot and I just put one on my shoulder before I gave it to you, and it works. It works for me. So then I did a mobility test on a young lady, and she was skeptical. She doesn't want to. She didn't believe me. I put the mobility on her, and the test. She said, "Wait a minute, what?" She couldn't believe it. And then I gave her an energy patch, and so I watched her for about 20 minutes as she bounced around the house and around the hall. I said, that energy patch working. She said, no, I'm on. I said, no, it's working. So then 5 minutes ago, I just did another test, a mobility test, a defend test, a pain test, and a energy test on a young lady. And she just texted me and said, I don't feel no soreness. My energy just went to the roof. I'm
We can't hear you, Sean. Talk for me. You went out. Your speaker went out. Like a little echo.
sorry.
Try talking again. It's real low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, let me sign out this out. So just letting you guys know, just to keep it short, is that it works. I'm a firm believer. I'm all in. I Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you good. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just letting you guys know it works. I'm a firm believer. I don't want to take up too much time. I give testimonies later, but I had 3 people that told me that it worked, and I'm about to go do another test on a young lady who's having knee problems and she's been walking with a cane for 9 years, and I'm gonna let her know that she ain't gonna have to walk like that too much longer. So I'm just letting you guys know.
Thank you so much for sharing with us this evening. We certainly appreciate you. And we just want to give it up for all of our testimonies this evening because you know what? Facts tell, but stories sell. Okay. People ultimately, again, just want to know, is it working and is it going to work for me? So we definitely thank all of you for sharing on tonight. Okay. And guess what? If it's working for them, it can work for you too. But I'll just want to go ahead and briefly go over our patches, okay? We have right now in rotation 13 patches, okay? And I'm just going to start right there with our freedom patch. And I love the names of our patches because it basically lets you know what they do. So the freedom patch is for pain. It helps with any type of pain that you may have. Now, we're going to shift right over to the victory patch. The victory patch, before I do the victory patch, I'm going to skip to the liberty patch. Now, the liberty patch right here is our foundational patch. This patch is going to give your body homeostasis. It's going to help with balance, mobility, stability. It also helps with inflammation. It is the patch that we utilize to do like the balance test to see if you're stronger, you're more stable, if your body is more balanced. All right. Now, right to the other side of that is our victory patch. Very similar to the Liberty Patch, but we like that one. If a person is dealing with any type of neuropathy, they need a little bit more endurance or they want a little bit more endurance, is geared towards somebody who may be working out, very mobile, agile throughout the day, then you want to go ahead and use the Victory Patch in favor of the Liberty Patch. The next one that we have is the Ignite patch. Now, the Ignite patch that does burn 500 calories at rest. Okay. So, whether you're moving around or not, even at rest, you're going to burn 500 calories. All right. And I'm going to do a little skipping around, y'all, because I like to pair certain patches together. I'm going to go ahead and talk about that Kick It patch that's in that bottom row, because the Kick It, many times we partner that with the Ignite patch. The Kick It patch is going to help you kick any cravings, any habits you may have, anything that's going on that is not something that's positive. So it could be nail biting, it could be smoking, it could be overeating, it could be a number of things. It could be procrastination, okay? It's going to help you kick those habits. But when you couple that with the Ignite patch, we have seen people be able to burn calories, okay, and be able to get some great results if they're on a path, to lose some pounds, all right? The next patch that I'm going to speak about is the joy patch. That kind of speaks for itself. It gives you joy, okay? If you're in a down state or maybe dealing with something and you just want to add some joy to your life, this patch is an excellent patch for that. And if you couple it with our peace patch, now the peace patch, I'm going to tell y'all, that is my most favorite patch, okay? The peace patch not only helps with anxiety and calmness, we have noticed that if you couple it with mostly any of our other patches, it's just going to bring the body down, put the body in a place where it can almost be at rest, but not sleepy. All right. So, to the point that you're going to be able to add some calmness and some stillness to your life without being anxious and things like that. And as I'm speaking about the patches, please, everyone, feel free to drop some testimonies. Let us know what are your favorite patches so that our guests can see that as well. Next, we have our Lumi patch. The Lumi patch is great for your skin. Okay. Doesn't matter what it is, it's going to help with your skin. It helps with the glowing skin, the fine lines, the wrinkles, the acne. Okay. And I want each and every one of you to know we're not making any medical claims. We don't claim to cure or mitigate any diseases. We treat the symptoms. So our patches help with the symptoms that you are having. The next one is the Defend patch. And I like to say if you have skin, you need the Defend patch. It is great for immune support, overall immune support. We have noticed many people have found success with this patch as far as their allergies. People have clearer breathing. It helps with blood flow, and different things like that. The next one is our focus patch, and you just heard Dr. Dunn talk about that. That is just what it is. It helps with your focus. So if you need it like for a test, you need it for any type of assignment you on, you just might need it, to help you throughout the day. What we're noticing it is if you couple the focus patch with the peace patch, whether it's children, adults, doesn't matter. We have seen some phenomenal results. I myself use that pair every single day, and it definitely gets me through my workday. I think the peace and the focus have become many of our customers and ambassadors patches that they love and they wear on a regular basis. Next to that, we have our Rocket Patch. Now, Rocket Patch is a patch that we want to encourage you. You want to use that for 30 days, okay? And depending on what age group you fall in, it's going to work differently. So if you're between under the age of 30, it probably is going to work for you within a week. If you're over 30 to maybe like 50, it's going to take about 2 weeks. And over 50, you're going to need 3 weeks or more with this patch. This helps not only men, but also women, all right? And it's going to just help with your performance as well as your, stamina, but it's also going to help with things like we've seen for women when you're going through the change of life, like that perimenopausal and menopausal stages of your life, okay? And then we have our REM patch. And I know that one is going to help you with quality sleep. It's going to put you in that third realm of sleep where you're in the REM mode, where you get that great sleep. Many of us are sleeping, but we're not sleeping in a quality state of sleep. I will also tell you, for some people, they can utilize the peace patch along with the REM patch. The REM patch, you do want to make sure that you use that before you fall asleep. But whenever you wake up, please don't forget to take your REM patch off. I have done that once or twice myself, so I just want to encourage everyone, just be sure that you take that REM patch off when you wake up. And last but not least, we have our boost patch. And this is just going to give you that natural energy without any crash or jitters. The boost patch is absolutely amazing. Y'all heard Dr. Dunn say she have on 2 boost patches today. But anyway, those are our 13 patches. And I want each of you to know that you can couple the patches together. I have on 6 patches myself. And the reason why you can do that is because there's no drugs, no chemicals, no ingredients, and no contraindications. Okay, so the patches can be worn together, and that is what is absolutely amazing. So, y'all heard us talk all about the technology of the patches. You saw an amazing video, you've heard live testimonies, as well as had each and every one of our patches explained to you. So I'm sure that we do have our guest on the line tonight. And if you're a guest for me, if you could go ahead and just say me in the chat to our guests. If you are a guest, go ahead and put me in the chat. I'm really not trying to put you on the spot, but I do want to make sure I'm saying this to each and every one of you on tonight. So we have a couple options here, okay, when it comes to Superpatch. And I want each and every one of you to know that we are on a mission to patch 1 million people. And our mission is clear. Our CEO, Mr. Jay Dollywall, is all about making it possible that every single person experience these patches. And we are on a mission to accomplish that, okay? 1 million people patch. That's the first goal. Once we get there, it'll be even bigger. So we're literally talking to one of 2 people on the line tonight when it comes to our guests. And I see y'all dropping those me's in the chat. I'm checking it out. So thank you so much. Now you have an option. You can say, you know what? I want to be empowered and I want to make an impact. And you can say, yes, I want to partner with you. What I want you to do is get back to the person that invited you. We have packages and we have a plethora of packages. But I will tell you, my most favorite pack is our 12.99 pack. And y'all probably saying, wait a minute, this lady done started at the tippy top. But yes, I did, because I know that that 12.99 pack is a customizable pack. You have the opportunity to pick 40 packs of patches of your choice, okay? So you will, that's one pack. But we have packages that go all the way down to $2.99, all right? And if that's a little bit too much for you, guess what? We even have a no excuse pack where you can get started for $40 and pick the patches that you want. But what I want to say to each and every one of you, think about this, not just yourself, but think about those who you love, those that you know, and how many people you can impact with these patches just from what you've seen and what you've heard on tonight. So if you're that person that says, you know what, not only do I want to help myself, but I want to help get this mission accomplished of patching 1 million people, please get back to the person that invited you. Let them know you want to get started. They will tailor a package just for you. And we also have afterpay options. Now, if you're saying, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to be a business partner, but guess what? We love our customers too, okay? Please let the person you know who invited you that I want to be a customer. I want to start off just trying the patches, and we welcome our customers. Customers are definitely where it's at. We love the customers. They are the lifeline to our business, okay? And we appreciate you as well. So all I'm going to say to each and every one of you tonight, and I want to say thank you to Dr. Dunn beforehand for hosting this call with me tonight. But ask yourself, do you want to be a spectator or do you want to be a part of history? All right. And if you're ready to be a part of history, if you're ready to help us impact 1 million people, one patch of it at a time, I want to say to you, either way, don't wait. The right time is now. Let's lock arms, make an impact, and patch the world one person at a time. I appreciate you all being here with us tonight. God bless each and every one of you. And please don't walk, don't wait. Get back with the person that invited you here tonight and let them get you started. Good night, and God bless each and every one of you. Have a great one.